What's going on, guys? It's Hi, and when it comes to chemical decontamination or iron removers, CarPro Iron X is kind of the de facto. This is the most well-known product and likely the most recommended when you look for this type of thing. Because of these things, Iron X was the first iron remover that I ever purchased, and it's the only one that I've ever used. I've tried it, it works, and that's about that. There was really no need to try anything else. However, there is one major drawback with Iron X, and that is the price. This one 500ml bottle cost me $19.99 before tax. After doing some research, I decided to pick this up. Adam's Iron Remover, and this entire 1 gallon jug cost me $39.59. CarPro also makes a 1 gallon jug of Iron X, but that regularly sells for $100, $110 and more. So for about a fourth of the price, I had to give Adam's Iron Remover a try. For this video, I wanted to do a simple, unscientific test, mainly for my own interest, to see if Iron X is really worth the price or can I live with Adam's Iron Remover. For this demonstration, I have this Toyota Corolla. I picked this car not only because I know the owner and he let me borrow it for this test, but because it is a 2016, so it's going on about 4 years old and it's never been decontaminated. This car currently has just over 65,000 miles on the odometer. It is a daily driver and it gets parked outside. With this information, it's obvious that there should be a decent amount of contaminants on the surface of this car. On top of that, this Corolla is white, and that's a huge bonus because we'll be able to see the iron removers in action on this color better than any other. For this video, we are going to be working with the hood. To start off, I've washed the surface and divided the hood into two sections with some masking tape. This is to represent the space in which we'll be applying the products. Iron X would be on the left and Adam's on the right. With both of these products, the directions say to spray them on and leave for up to 5 minutes, but that's really dependent on the weather conditions. You don't want these products to dry on your finish, so just keep that in mind. It's ideal if you're able to apply these products indoors or have a shaded area. I don't have these luxuries, so I'll just have to keep an eye on the products. The directions also recommend that you rub the products in to get a better effect, but I'm not going to do that. We are purely looking at how effective each product is just by being sprayed on. It's only been a few seconds and you can already see the bleeding effect on both sides of the hood. This is common to iron removers and in a sense is a way of showing that the product is working. However, it should be noted that more bleeding doesn't necessarily mean that one product is performing better than the other. The different chemicals can perform and visually be represented in different ways. Now that the products have had a chance to sit on the surface for 5 minutes, I'm going to thoroughly rinse them off. Keep in mind that using an iron remover is really only one part of the decontamination process. If the vehicle is lightly soiled, the iron remover may be all that you need, but on a car like this that's never been detailed, it really should be followed up with cleaning and polishing as needed. Also, it's pretty much impossible to have both sides of the hood be equally contaminated. One side may be exposed to the elements more than the other. A test like this is really only for entertainment purposes. Use it to help you draw your own conclusions, but don't take it as the definitive answer. All that being said, and after examining the surface, I feel no discernible difference between the two sides. The two products seem to have performed the same. I'm going to go ahead and reapply the products again on both sides. As you can see, the surface is still bleeding on both sides of the hood, showing that there is still contaminants on the surface. Washing the products off and examining the hood showed that there was less contamination than the first application, but there's still some there. At this point, I can apply more iron remover, but the easier route would be to just clay bar. Again, I wanted to remind you that this test was really only for my personal interest. I wanted to find out if Iron X really outperforms and if it's really worth the higher price tag, or can I live with something like Adam's iron remover. Through my testing, I found no recognizable difference between how these two iron removers performed. Running my hand over the hood, they pretty much felt the same on either side. Both iron removers made the hood feel better and less contaminated than before I applied the products, but at this point, the hood needed to be further decontaminated with something like a clay bar. A spray-on chemical decontaminator was just not enough for a heavily sorted car such as the one that I used, even when using such a well-known and highly priced product as Iron X. As far as the Adam's iron remover, I really do think that it performed just as well as Iron X, and because of this, I'll be switching over to Adam's once my bottle of Iron X runs out. I see no point in paying up to 4 times the price for Iron X, and don't get me wrong, like I said, Iron X is a great product, it works, but it's just so expensive. For someone like me who buys these products and use them on my personal vehicles, and I'm not a professional detailer who could make up the cost or the price difference between these two products, I see no point in buying Iron X when Adam's iron remover really performs just about the same. Even if Iron X outperforms just a slight bit, I can reapply Adam's multiple times and it will still cost less than Iron X. So that's that. I'll be fully switching over to Adam's iron remover in the future. Tell me what you think. Do you think Iron X is worth the price or using some other iron remover? Let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it around, and make sure to subscribe to this channel for more content to come. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.